Thank you for watching the initial video with my friend PJ. Yeah, I think it was quite a different one to have your friend who also knows part of the journey, ask you questions for obviously the people that were not that involved. And I hope it gave you guys an idea of, what sort of transpired along the way. So in part 2, I actually thought, why not bring one of my favorite people, one of my money champs, one of my models, and her name is Sihle, and she's actually one of the models on the banner behind us. So I just wanted her to ask me like top of mind questions, nothing hectic, for herself and maybe her friends, things that she knows that her peers might be interested in knowing about the book or the journey, anything, or just about me, because her and I have a personal relationship. So Sihle, my baby, over to you.
Okay, so what inspired you to write the book?
What inspired me to write the book is I made money mistakes, and there's certain things about money that I didn't know about. So when I learned those lessons, whether the lessons were hard or easy, I felt like it would be unfair of me not to share what I know with the next person, especially the young ones, because I felt like by the time I learned them, it was a bit too late, if that makes sense. But I mean, yeah, so I felt like you could you could learn these lessons much earlier in life, and that's why the book is targeted at your age group.
Okay. So did you just wake up and say, I'm going to write the book today? Or you wanted to write the book since you were young?
No, I didn't. I never had an idea of writing the book until I got to that stage where I wasn't understanding my money, right? And at that point I was working. So when you work, you earn money. They call it a salary. Well, it depends. A salary is the one that you will get at the end of the month, and then if you're earning weekly, they call them wages, right? So I was working and getting paid monthly. So there's certain mistakes that I made that added to the inspiration of me writing this book. So it was at that time when when you have a problem, I'm sure you've had problems or challenges in your life. Maybe let me not call them problems, but challenges in your life. You would want a solution, right? To say, I've got this, and even if it's maths that you're studying and you're not getting, you want solutions around that. So my challenge at that time was understanding my money and making it work for me, right? So I really was looking for different ways to solve this or to overcome this challenge. And one of the ways that came to me was maybe write a book, right? Yeah, so that's how it came about.
Good.
Thank you.
What do you do besides, what did you do besides writing a book?
Like in terms of my job, okay, so I work in IT. I audit, but I audit systems, or I audit IT. So for the longest time, up until 2 years ago, so for the longest time of when I was writing the book, I was an IT auditor. So would you like me to explain that?
Please.
Okay. So an IT auditor is somebody that looks at, let's say, your app on the system. I mean, on your phone rather. TikTok, right? So you've got people behind the scenes that make sure that TikTok is developed in a way that is safe. So that's why you would have a login, like a username and a password. So we look at like the security, we call it security, of that, to make sure that you are able to log in and only you can see your profile. And then we look at things like the reasons behind why they make that app. So in this case, I would be working for TikTok, the company, or working for a company that's hired by TikTok to do this work. So I'm more behind the scenes, making sure that your app works, or that when it's down, somebody's attending to it, and I can be able to tell them what is wrong with the app, what caused the app, to go down, and also, make recommendations around how to ensure that that problem doesn't occur again, because you can imagine how many users are on TikTok, for example. So if it goes down, like a whole lot of users are impacted, and some are even making money out of it. So that's their income or their job. So that's why it needs to stay up, right? Yeah. So that's one. Two. I was also running a business that does like party management. I know your birthday is coming, so yeah. So I at the time I was actively involved in a business that would rent out and come do the decorations and all of that with a friend of mine. Yeah, actually, this one's mother. That's my partner in business for the party management. Yeah.
Will there be a second book?
Mm-hmm. I'm planning to have it. It's already in progress, but I mean, it took me I know you didn't ask, but just, for your information, it took me more than 5 years to write this one. So I'm not aiming to take 5 years this time around, but I'm just, expressing how long it takes to put things together. So I do have a draft, but it's like 20% of what I want the final book to be.
Okay. What advice would you give to a new money champion?
A new money champion? Okay. I would like a new money champion to be confident, right? And, confident in the fact that they can learn and change whatever their situation is around money. I would like a new money champion to, if maybe they are like me and they've had like tough money lessons, know that they can get out of it, right? Learn from my story and know that they can get out of it. I would like a new money champion to know that they don't have to go through what I went through. They literally can learn from the book and practice and avoid the situations that I've gone through. That's why I wrote the book, so that you or a new money champion doesn't have to go through it, because it's painful when it happens. It's frustrating. It's not a nice experience. Yeah, and I would love a new money champion to just know that with every money they have, they can split it into different ways, right? If you have 20 rand, you can buy something for yourself, out of that money, but you can also save something out of that money too. You can invest this, you can divide that money into different little pies, or parts, and do different things. So you don't have to, for example, deny yourself of spending that money because you want to save. You can take 5 rand and spend that money, buy yourself ice cream, and then take another 5 rand and save it. Take another 5 rand and, I don't know, maybe buy your sister something, or your sibling, or your mom. You know what I mean? Yeah.
If you had died and you had a chance to come back, what would you come back as? Besides a person.
What a tough question. Wow. Yeah, maybe a bird. I stick to the bird story. In part one, my friend asked me, like, I think it was a question around the animal that I wish I could be. I'm paraphrasing, but something along those lines. And I think again a bird, because I think it's just a free animal, and when I look at it, I get amazed about the fact that it lives up, up there. It sees things from the top. Just this morning, actually, it was raining and birds were flying. And I was thinking, as human beings, we are sheltered. We are in the house because it's raining. But the birds are like literally flying out there, up in the sky. That fascinated me so much. That's something that we run away from. So I just see them as a free type of animal, if that makes sense. High five. Okay, thank you everybody. So that was Sihle. And yeah, wow, she asked me such intelligent questions, and I hope I did them justice. And thank you so much for your time, for putting yourself out there, for allowing me to use you in different ways. And I wish you all the best, and I love you so much. And you can always just call me, for anything. You can talk to me about whatever it is that you feel you want to talk to me.
December, don't forget it's my birthday.